They'll run it here. This is James White. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And caught, right side, Green. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On second down, Michel. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. Oh, now he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man, Chris Moore. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up first and 10 right at the 30. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do They did.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. That goes for a gain of 31.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. Flacco here on 2nd down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry, it's Michel. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. Incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do snap it. Flacco now. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Green to bring it back. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That good for 22 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here's Collins, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Green to bring it back. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Michel on the dump-off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry able to drop him for a loss of 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Green brings it in. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. On 1st down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They slot Gronkowski outright. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. His throw incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll get it up the middle. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Mahomes takes it himself, and he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And they got the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
First and 10 here for Flacco. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Flacco now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10. Flacco, throw left side complete. It's Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Green to bring it back. And there goes Green. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6, and the Patriots are back within a score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on 2nd. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime in a while. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Flacco. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Flacco. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Flacco looks to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Collins on the handoff. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flacco here on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To pass, Flacco. Being chased out left. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Green to bring it back. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad that's caught inside the 20. A big play there for New England. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Mahomes will try again on second down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gordon. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first, they go right back to Collins. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, Collins. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Flacco. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Flacco, and he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back now in Foxborough. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Flacco. He finds Coleman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. They run with Collins. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Patriots. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Black 58 rail. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Quick hitch, complete. It's Gordon. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Flushed out right. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Crabtree, 30 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Oh, look at the juke. And now running right through it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ready! Blue 45! Blue!
On second down, here's Mahomes. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. To Michelle on the dump off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun on third down, Mahomes flush to his right. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Green 39! Green 39! Slow!
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Z. Mike 55. Z.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. On the right side, caught by Green. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now a give to Collins. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of